Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stan once again, sitting in, standing in, and supporting Gary Register as he is in the transplant zone. And it's a Monday morning. We are moving now through the Advent season and the coming of Christmas. And we are praying, indeed, hoping, thinking, and asking that a new heart might be the Christmas gift and the Christmas miracle for Gary in these coming days. And so I hope that you will join with me in putting those thoughts, efforts, and perhaps miracles in place for Gary. Now, I would ask that you do a number of things that might be helpful to you and perhaps to everybody. And that is to just remember the idea behind what we now call Advent, which means is that we are coming up to the advent of Christmas. And many churches and congregations celebrate this as more of a season that is right up to the Christmas season. And it is categorized by that word that very few of us really like. You know what it is? Wait. It is the waiting. Now, if you're like me and you're old, uh, one of the advantages of being old is that you have lots of stories and memories to tell. And so I'm just going to click with a number of you who probably remember what waiting for Christmas was like. It seemed like it was a long ways away. It seemed like it would never come. I remember getting that very famous book. It was called the Wish Book. Now, do any of you remember what the Wish Book was? Well, that was the Christmas catalog that was sent to almost every household in America by the Sears Roebuck and Company. And the Montgomery Ward Company had something similar, but it was the Christmas catalog, one of the first. And it was a glorious piece of artwork and wishing. And children would look at it and go through it and put down the things that they wanted. And hopefully they were waiting. Well, now at these ages and stages, it seems that Christmas comes fast enough, maybe even too fast for all of the work and responsibilities that go into the celebration these days. And maybe, as many of you are doing, you're learning that now I ought to get back to waiting more patiently, or just reducing the activities and reducing the performances and reducing the responsibilities I have, and maybe just focus on what Christmas is all about. But the point is, waiting is hard for all of us. And of course, for the men and women in the transplant zone. And as I said, the hospital, Duke Hospital here in the Raleigh-Durham area of North Carolina, where Gary is at, is one of the top transplant hospitals in the country. And there are a variety of people, a number of people who are sitting there waiting, waiting, and hoping and praying and having others pray. And Gary goes around and he actually is quite the salesman of prayer. He goes around and he tells people that he's praying for them too. And there's very few people in the transplant zone who would ever say, well, I don't want you to pray for me. No, no, no. They all, whatever their feelings or affections or beliefs, they're all okay with, sure, I'll take your prayers because I want a new heart. I want new lungs. I want, and there are so many things now where we can extend the quality and indeed the length of life through what we have learned about human transplants. And so I'm going to ask you to, first of all, those of you who know Gary, please reach out to him at helpiwill.com, helpiwill.com. And I would encourage you to make a contribution to his work. He is still helping people. And by helping to sponsor the Transplant Zone, he is in the business not only of trying to be a transplant person and enjoy it, share it with others, but he wants to help others who are going through the very same waiting, and waiting. So please reach out and offer prayers, suggestions, uh, thoughts, and we would be grateful if you could make some contributions. It's a 501c3. You get a tax deduction, that whole giving at the end of the year thing. And if you could do that for Gary at the helpiwill.com, we would be very grateful. Well, we're going to keep in touch. I told Gary that here we are. We're down, 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm going to be there as he does his laps. And more, we want to encourage people that as we come up to this Christmas time, that there will be a variety. Obviously, there will be traffic and other tragedies that make more hearts and lungs available. But hopefully it can all be Christmassy redeemed in that the death or the passing of somebody also meant that they passed on life to another. And I'm a donor, and I just celebrate the fact that I'm in good health. So if I go, in some certain way, that there's a lot of things that are still working pretty good in me, and that they could obviously continue my life and continue my legacy and continue the good work I want to do long after I'm passed. What a great thing that would be. The more I think about it, I think that maybe when I do pass, I might say, well, it'd be nice if I could pass around Christmas time so that other people could have a good Christmas. Is that strange? I don't think so. Again, reach out to me at stan@witradio.net, stan@witradio.net. That will help you be in touch with me, and maybe you'd like to be on the program. You can suggest other people. We want this to be for you, about you, and for the love of others that we love. The Transplant Zone, truly a matter of life and breath and death. There we go. Thank you so very much. Till next time, I'm Stan from the Transplant Zone. For Gary, who says thank you for your thoughts, prayers, and wishes, and we'll be back soon. Till then, bye for now.